My name's Lolly and I'm the marketing manager for the MK Lions Basketball Club. Well, I mean, the MK Lions do lots in the community. We go out to all fates, we do lots of work with charities, but we're also predominantly in most schools in Milton Keynes teaching basketball. We've been doing this season lots of free sessions at the arena to try and engage children in basketball and just get them started and give them an interest, both boys and girls. We've got one of our players, a player called Ishmael Fontaine, and he is, I mean, all the players everyone loves all the players, but we've got this one guy and he is, you know, every child he meets, they absolutely love him. He goes to Frankie and Benny's and does like free pizza decorating with children. Like I think there are a lot of positive role models, especially, you know, within the team, and they, like, I took all the players last year to Krispy Kreme's and they did donut decorating with the kids, and I said to them, you know, guys, you only need to do an hour each, and I sorted out this big rota and I said, you know, you go from 1 till 2, you go from 2 to 3, and they all turned up at the start and they were like meant to be going off shopping. None of them left. They were there for 6 hours. They were like, oh ma'am, I don't want to leave, it's so much fun. And you know, all these kids, they're like, oh, you're a basketballer, you know, but they love it. We've got something called Hungry Lions that we've just started, which we're doing with Red Hot Buffet. So we're going out to schools and their children are inventing a dish, and then the Lions are going to pick the winners and they get free tickets to the basketball and things like that. So we do set up our own things. We had lots of little girls from Bedford who were part of Spurgeon's. They came to us for 6 weeks and we ran like a basketball course for them. And 2 of the basketballers that you'll meet now, one of them coached the little girls, and I mean, it's just brilliant. I mean, they're in and out of schools, you know, in the community. Another thing we did was there's something called Young Carers in Milton Keynes, and it's for children who are basically caring for their parents. And we did it last season, so I contacted them, and you know, we arranged to go in and do like a free coaching session, but actually at their youth club. And it was so nice because there were children of all different ages, and you could tell, like, some of the children, they'd have been in different social groups at school because they were all so diverse, and they get taxis and it's all paid for them to this youth club, and it's just a chance for them to all be children again, because obviously when they're at home they're having to behave a bit more like adults. And it was just brilliant. They loved the basketball. We gave them all free tickets to the basketball and they all came along. So I think the things like that, that's why, I mean, I know my boss, Vince, that's why he's doing it. You know, basketball in England, there's not big money in it. It's all about getting children engaged and actually making a difference. I think because there's lots of children out there that aren't very confident and that don't get the same opportunities as other children. And I think if we can try and, you know, help and put on free events, because I think one of the massive barriers is money, you know. So like we did one event in an area in Milton Keynes which hasn't got as much as other areas. We went there this summer and we ran some activities, and there was lots of other stalls like what's going on here, and I think it makes a massive difference. If we can expose children to basketballers, you know, and they can have a positive role model, someone who, you know, doesn't smoke, you know, is healthy, is going out, is active, has got a purpose in life and a real aim, you know, I think that's really important. I think anything like this is never going to be a bad thing. It's always going to be good. I mean, in my school, I went to school in Bedfordshire, and I was lucky. I went to a really good school, and I was obsessed with basketball. So my PE teachers used to say to us, if you all get here an hour early, you can play basketball on a morning. So we used to like run into school, play basketball, you know, and all my group of friends, no one ended up smoking, no one ended up doing drugs, because we were just basketball obsessed. And netball, you know, played county netball, stuff like that, and this kind of thing, you know, singing, dancing, you know, it's brilliant. So when it comes to kids, you've got to have everyone working together, you've got to have teachers that want to be involved. You've got to have parents that want to take the children to things. And I think that when there's an element that's not there, that's when there's a breakdown. If you've got a parent that doesn't actually want to pick up a child from a club, the child's not going to be able to go. And in the same way, if you've got a teacher that doesn't want to take time out of their life to go and take the children to, say, a basketball game, then they're not going to get exposed to that. And I think, I was always very confident when I was younger, but only I think because of I was going to everything, everything that was there, like this kind of thing, I was involved. One of my friends, she wasn't, and she was so shy. That sounds really bizarre, but I remember when we were in lower school, she was 6 and she was too scared to put her hand up and say she needed to go to the toilet. She just wasn't confident, and she wasn't. I think if you're getting exposed to this and you're singing and you're dancing and you're embracing all these things, you're not going to have that child that sat there 6 years old and wets himself in the classroom because they're too scared to put their hand up.